Hello, my name is Ashley Graham and I am a Geography pre-service teacher. Today I will be presenting a curriculum context analysis that identifies a critical issue in the Australian education system, the lack of hands-on inquiry-based sustainability learning in schools. Even though Education for Sustainability, or EFS, is officially recognised as a cross-curriculum priority in the Australian curriculum, research and classroom observations show a big gap between EFS goals and how they're actually applied. According to the AAEE's 2015 national report, more than 80% of teachers surveyed weren't familiar with EFS priorities and didn't feel confident teaching sustainability in any meaningful way. The report points to key barriers like limited access to ready to go resources, tight schedules, and a lack of focused PD that make it hard for teachers to embed sustainability across subject areas. This issue is further unpacked by Vangalis McRow, who explores the persistent knowledge doing gap. In sustainability education, she argues that while students and teachers may understand sustainability in theory, translating that knowledge into impactful practices in the classroom or beyond is a much harder task. Hands on sustainability learning demands a whole school approach. Educating for a sustainable future calls for weaving sustainability through curriculum and PD. This echoes SDG 4, 11, and 13 goals. To understand why Education for Sustainability, or EFS, isn't being embedded effectively in Australian classrooms, I applied a problem tree analysis. This is an entrepreneurial thinking tool that helps unpack complex challenges by breaking them down into manageable layers. As Catlett explains, the trunk represents the central problem, the roots reveal the underlying causes, and the branches show the effects. Let's start with the trunk, the central problem. In Queensland schools, despite Australians' curriculum's emphasis on sustainability, our teaching tends to focus more on what sustainability is, rather than empowering students with the skills and chances to do something about it. Now we dig into the roots, the underlying causes that feed this problem. So, curriculum design. Sustainability content is just scattered through subjects, especially in areas like geography, which leads to surface level engagement. Kushba and others highlight that embedding sustainability through authentic tasks helps build student autonomy, agency, and critical thinking. Teacher capability and confidence. Go and UNESCO show that most teachers haven't received targeted PD in inquiry based sustainability learning. Without that support, many teachers default to traditional methods like lectures and worksheets. School structures and priorities. The AAEE report and ACARA's CCP guidance both emphasize that rigid timetables and an intense focus on standardized testing constrain space for innovation. Student engagement. When content doesn't feel relevant or engaging, students zone out. Bell shows that project based learning makes sustainability meaningful by giving students the chance to tackle complex problems and co design real solutions. Cutter Mackenzie Knowles and Russell's review of Climate Change Plus Me project finds that involving students as co researchers greatly boosts their engagement and real world impact. Finally, we look at the branches, the consequences. EFS feels disconnected and optional. Teachers lack the confidence to innovate. Students miss out on transformational, action orientated learning. And ultimately, schools fall short of their sustainability goals despite the policy commitments. According to Queensland Department of Education, empowering real world, relevant pedagogy deepens learning, strengthens stakeholder collaboration, and builds shared purpose in our learners. On that note, to help bridge the gap, Innovation for a Sustainable Tomorrow Week is a whole school initiative inspired by Keep Australia Beautiful Week that bridges sustainability learning and action by turning community eco projects into lasting green habits. The concept and structure. IST Week is a once a year event where students focus on local sustainability challenges during home based classroom time and weekly assemblies time slots, so it fits into the school schedule. The highlight of the week is the Sustainability Showcase Day. Similar to a science fair or a business market, geography and science classes work in teams to investigate real world problems through authentic assessments. Teacher support and professional learning. Teachers receive targeted PD before IST week, including a mini sustainable challenge. This aligns to APST 6.2. Peer observations and cross curriculum planning sessions, aligning with APST 3.4. High quality PD boosts teacher confidence and drives stronger student outcomes and well-being. Curriculum policy and alignment. Activities linked directly to ACARA's sustainability priorities, Weaving in descriptors like water management and food security, the initiative can also reinforce systems thinking, fieldwork skills, and collaboration in Queensland's senior science and geography syllabus. The assessment and impact. At the school wide Sustainability Expo, students present prototypes, data analysis, and action plans, from fieldwork experiments and community projects to parents, council representatives, and Indigenous elders. Why this works. IST Week promotes problem solving, creative thinking, and it aligns with UNESCO's view of students as active change makers and Green Teachers' advocacy for experimental community based learning that builds environmental stewardship and civic responsibility. As a pre service teacher, I have explored the challenges schools face in making sustainability a real part of learning, not just something that's talked about. IST Week is a way to change this by giving students hand on experiences and helping teachers feel confident to lead this change. Thank you.